name's Cathy Herbst, and we live in North Dallas.
And where in the city is that?
Well, where in the city is that? North of 635, between Hillcrest and Coit and Beltline. Beltline's probably the key street that most people know. So.
Cool. Do you have a favorite park?
I do.
And what is it?
It would be Fretz Park, which is the park that is close to our house that we walk to. It's one of the reasons we bought our house, because I wanted to be able to walk places. So it's got a swimming pool, it's got a library, it's got tennis, it's got soccer fields, softball fields. So it's a wonderful big.
So I guess kind of leading into that same question, why is it your favorite?
Well, it was first my favorite because I could walk to it. It's my favorite because they've done improvements on it over the years, just simple things like originally there wasn't a path, so if I was walking a stroller, I had to walk it across the grass, but now there's a sidewalk. Originally the kids would kick soccer balls. If they were playing soccer, they'd go into the street, but they've put up a fence. So they've done little things without, not huge things that they needed to do, but the little things that have helped make it a better park. It's got a nice playground. It's just perfect.
Oh, nice. Could you describe this park to someone who's never been there before?
It's a good mix of playing fields and playground equipment and tennis courts. The rec center is there as well, so it has a bathroom if the kids need to go to the bathroom, or the rec center also offers programs and activities. It has a pool that had swim lessons. I think they are now going to be making it a water park, a small city splash area, which is one more example of they've done a lot to keep the park current and make it available to everybody.
Very cool. What makes this park unique?
What makes it unique? I think that there's, in addition to having the tennis courts and the pool, and I think the variety of what's there, it's not just playing fields, it's not just a playground. It's a combination of things, so I really like that. So it's a good place for a community, so I can see my friends there even if I'm not doing the same thing as them. Actually, the fire station is also there, so it's always fun to walk over and say hi to the firemen and visit with them as well. So.
Could you describe a memory you have of this place?
Memory at the park. Well, when our kids were little, I played softball there, and them being in the dugout with me and us being able to walk there before and after the games was really nice. And so even now, as they're in college, they have that memory of what great times we've had there. We've had birthday parties and play groups that would meet at the playground and play on the equipment and just have a good time there. So.
Nice. How could this park be improved?
I don't know. It's a pretty darn good place.
Yeah.
So I think they've done a great job with it. So.
What do you think about Dallas parks overall?
They've gotten better. I've been here over 20 years, and when I first came here, I thought they were terrible. There just wasn't any effort given to them, I think. There was a nice park along Hillcrest. Well, it wasn't even a park, it was just a green space, but nobody could get to it. There was no parking for it. But now they've incorporated it into the bike trail, so that's nice. Even though you can't park there, if you park down at Valley View, you can still walk or ride up to that, so that's nice. In general, I think Dallas has done a great job of moving forward with the parks. I think they were a little behind the ball on it. Maybe the Clyde Warren has helped and everything, but even not being downtown, I think that they've made the effort, which I think is really wonderful. So.
And how could Dallas parks be further improved?
Since I live in North Dallas, so I don't visit many of the parks that aren't in North Dallas, so if they need attention, I hope that they get attention as well. So that everyone has access to parks. I think every citizen should have access. We all pay taxes, and it's just part of what makes a good city. So I think that would be nice if they were all connected. If they're, so.
All right. Two more questions.
Wait.
What would be your ideal park?
One that has natural water, whether a creek or a pond, I think is very nice, and trees. I'm a big fan of trees. One that doesn't have too much concrete. Lots of more natural landscape to it. One that has availability for conservation efforts, whether it's just recycling, whether it's water conservation, you know, with wastewater or rainwater and things like that. So I think water is an important part in a park to me. Something that has a gathering, so whether it's, and one that's cared for, one that's not just thrown out as a here's a green spot and nothing is, you know, there's no benches or nothing about it. So.
What are your hopes for the future of Dallas's parks?
My hopes for the future is that there will be more people encouraged to get outside and enjoy the parks. I think not because not the obesity issue, or just because I think it's open air is good. Vitamin D is good. It's just good to be outside. So I'm a big fan of people getting outside.